U.S. Open 2025, record purses, historic returns, and Filipino heritage on the court. The 2025 U.S. Open is underway with historic firsts, emotional comebacks, and a record-setting prize pool. Running from August 19 to September 7, this year's tournament introduces a refreshed format. Two players with Filipino roots are making waves at the 2025 U.S. Open, each at different points in their journeys, but united by heritage, ambition, and global recognition. Alexander Ila, a historic first for the Philippines. At just 20 years old, Alexandra Ila has already carved her place in tennis history. Ranked No. 56 in the world as of June 2025, she enters Flushing Meadows as the first Filipina in the Open era to compete in the U.S. Open women's singles main draw. Ila is no stranger to New York. She captured the 2022 U.S. Open girls singles title, becoming the first Filipino to win a junior Grand Slam singles championship. That victory announced her potential. Her rise into the top 100 has confirmed it. Known for her aggressive baseline game and two-handed backhand, she trains in Spain and is fluent in multiple languages, a reflection of her international outlook. Her debut in the U.S. Open main draw represents more than a career milestone. It is a moment of pride for Philippine sports, where tennis has often stood in the shadow of basketball and boxing. For Filipino fans, Ila's entry on one of the sport's biggest stages signals a new chapter. Leylah Fernandez, a familiar face with fresh momentum. For Leylah Fernandez, the U.S. Open is a return to familiar ground. Now 22 years old, she became a household name in 2021 when she stormed to the U.S. Open final, toppling giants of the sport before finishing runner-up. This year, she arrived seeded No. 31, backed by strong recent form after winning the 2025 Washington Open, a WTA 500 event that reasserted her place among the game's rising stars. Born in Canada to a Filipino mother, Fernandez embodies the blend of cultures that shapes her identity on and off the court. Ranked in the top 40, her style of play is defined by sharp movement and a left-handed counterpunching game that frustrates opponents and delights fans. Though she has already experienced the electric atmosphere of a U.S. Open final, Fernandez steps into this year's tournament with renewed confidence and the momentum of a major title just weeks earlier. A shared heritage, two journeys. Ila and Fernandez represent different paths converging on the same stage. Ila, breaking new ground for the Philippines with her maiden appearance in the main draw. Fernandez, aiming to recreate and surpass the magic of her 2021 run. Together, they carry the pride of Filipino heritage into the world spotlight. Their stories underscore the growing presence of Filipino talent in international tennis and the possibility that the next great U.S. Open chapter could be written with Filipino roots. Tournament highlights. Venus Williams, 45, returns via wildcard entry for her 25th U.S. Open, becoming the oldest woman to compete at the event in more than 4 decades. She will also take part in the newly revamped mixed doubles format. The mixed doubles event kicks off the tournament with a 16-team bracket, shortened set rules, and star pairings such as Novak Djokovic with Olga Danilovic. The winning duo will split a $1 million prize, though the changes have sparked debate for emphasizing entertainment value. Amanda Anisimova made headlines ahead of her return, reuniting with her mother in New York after a long period apart, adding a personal touch to her comeback story. Record prize pool. The U.S. Open has raised its total purse to a record $90 million, the largest in tennis history. Singles champions will receive $5 million each, up nearly 39% from 2024. Runners-up earn $2.5 million, while semifinalists take home around $1.26 million. First-round competitors are guaranteed $110,000. The increase comes alongside long-term infrastructure investments, including an $800 million upgrade to Arthur Ashe Stadium, slated for completion in 2027.